Hey guys, Archie Luxury live stream. We are broadcasting live. We're here and we are doing it. We're doing it, guys. We're trying to bring you the best content we can. We're trying, guys. We try our best. We try our best. That's what we try and do here. Guys, what are we doing today? Well, we're talking Rolex. So what happened is, let me tell you this. I went to the bank safe yesterday. I like to get some other pieces out of the safe. You know, this is the big thing. And what did I get out? What did I put on? Rolex Explorer 2. Just love it. I love it. That's a great, this is such a cool watch. And that's probably my go-to, Explorer 2. If I had to be reduced to one, that's it, Explorer 2. I've always been an Explorer 2 man. Explorer 2 man. And let's have a sticky beak here. We've got HR joining us for his morning commentary. Good morning, HR. What is going on?
Good morning, Archie. How are you? Great Explorer 2, by the way. I love it.
Oh, man, it's a great watch. I can't believe you sold yours, man. I don't understand. See, I never really get the truth. Because you throw so much shit at other people, you can't open up and explain why
I've already told you, Paul.
And
I've already told you. So since Mummy bought me the bluesy, the other two I just don't wear, so I'll flip them, big boy.
I just found the bluesy such a scratch magnet. That's what kind of pissed me off with it. I mean, I could have kept the Explorer or the bluesy, and I got to tell you, I like this under the radar shit.
I mean, Paul, we're two different men. I like in your face, look at me, at you. That's why I wear the bluesy, Paul. Do you know what I mean, Paul?
But it's such a scratch magnet. That's the only thing. And
but when I get it serviced, Paul, they'll just polish them out and it'll come back looking brand spanking new.
There's only so many polishings you can do before you hit oil. But okay, fair enough. You did humanities. You didn't do STEM, did you?
I don't know what STEM is. What's STEM? We don't have that in the UK.
Science, technology, all the mathematics sort of subjects.
I don't know. So at GCSE, I did maths, physics, biology, chemistry, English literature, English language, and double mathematics and RE.
Okay, so because it's physics, so you can only polish out so long before there is nothing else to polish.
But after my first polish arch, I reckon I'll have a day date and a sky dweller, so I won't be too concerned. What do you think about that, Paul?
Sorry, what's that again? Sorry, the sky dweller what?
So I think after my first polish, by that time, I'll have a sky dweller, blue dial, oyster, and a day date 40. What do you think of that, Paul?
I don't know. I can't comment on your financial position there.
No, but what do you think about the watches, Paul? What do you think about the watches? Nice 3-piece combo meal deal, fucker.
Well, I don't understand why you had a nice combo. That was a perfect set. Bluesy, Explorer 2
no,
black,
it wasn't.
and a date judge.
No. Let's be honest, Arch. Look, you haven't got a date just. The date just. Are you
short of money? Are you short of money?
No. Well, Archie, you saw my Ralph Lauren. Okay, tell me when you finish, and I'll comment.
A discount. You're buying 5-year-old seasons from a discount retailer. Come on, man. You weren't at the boutiques.
Have you finished? And I'll comment. Okay, I'll take it you finished. I'll take it you finished. Archie, am I facing financial hardships? Archie, my mortgage is £200 a month. I've got wardrobes full of Ralph Lauren. I've got a bluesy that I didn't even buy. I'm driving it. Wait. I'm driving a nearly brand new car. I'm living the life.
Driving an Korean eco shitbox.
2 years old. 2 years old, Paul.
You bought it secondhand?
No, Mum bought it for me. Mummy bought it for me as well. I'm living the dream, Paul.
What did you end up getting for the Skoda?
13,000.
with a broken engine?
Well, the way it works in the UK, Paul, is when you trade it in, they'll just take a picture of it and flip it to an auction. So some poor fuckers pick that up. And you know, one thing I've thought about, Paul, is a lot of people say, you know, things are better when you earn it for yourself. You know, you earn your money, you buy your own car. Well, I don't agree. It's better. It feels a lot better when mummy just gives it to me. You know what I mean, Paul? What do you think?
How old are you?
Just turned 31.
Sure. And you're trying to give me life advice?
No, I'm just sharing my opinions. A lot of people say it feels better when you earn it. Well, I'm telling you, it doesn't. It feels better when it's just given to you on a plate.
Just hang on
What do
one
you think,
tick.
Paul?
Just cover me for a minute.
Cover you. All right. I'm gonna read the chats, big boy. Bluesy is for overweight used car salesman. That's 100% there, bud. All that education and you fire people for a living. Yeah, that's quite funny actually. I quite like that. What else are you fuckers saying? It actually feels worse. Cuzzy, bro, wearing the bluesy. Hey, Cameron, that's a Rami kettle, bro. That's a Rami kettle. Do you get me, brother? I've just been Ladypool Road with my bluesy on in the RS3, cuzzy. And I've been out with ABC and we've been fucking having the smart VIP. You get me, bro? The smart VIP, the smart VIP, the smart VIP.
Man, that was great to have you covering me. It's good to have you. You covered me for a couple minutes. That's wonderful, man.
I'm a long time fan, first time panelist. It's great to be on the Archie show. Cuss me.
Tell me, I got to tell you something. I'm looking at getting rid of some fucking watches. All I really want is the Explorer 2 and the Speedy. I'd like to get rid of, ditch the rest.
Yeah, Archie, flip those fucking Bragays. Do you know how much they irritate
I've already
me?
flipped one.
Flip them. Flip those fuckers. They are. Listen, I know you hate my guts, but I'm telling you, those watches, they are awful. Keep the Speedy, keep the Explorer 2, and buy the Tie Hooker Bluesy. What do you make of that, Paul?
I didn't enjoy the Bluesy that much. I found it a bit.
Bit what? Archie, let me show you what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Put me full screen.
On deck? Is he coming on? Is he on deck?
Put me full screen. Put me full screen, Arch.
Full screen, full screen, full screen.
This is what I'm wearing tomorrow. Cheeky Ralph number.
Oh, beautiful. Lovely.
What do you make of that, Paul?
Hey, that looks great. That looks great. I can't deny that looks fantastic. Tell me this. You're a Rolex man. Yeah. Do you see many Rolexes in the workplace?
No, I haven't seen one. There's one chap who's got an Omega Speedmaster. Omega Seamaster, professional, but he's got the chrono. I went, fuck. In my head, why'd you get the chrono dial? What are you telling me you're 300 meters underwater and using the chrono? It's so oxymoronic, Paul.
Has he seen your Rolex? Has he seen yours?
Yeah, but he doesn't like to talk about it because he's fucking butthurt about it. Because Archie, this is not a standard stainless steel sub. This is a bluesy. You know, it's got gold on. That's the difference.
Hey, we got to stop Chief Tit. Chief Tit, confession, going to Panerai this morning to buy the new Quantanta dress watch in black, leaving it. Chief Tit, what the hell? What the hell are you doing, man? Why? The only thing I could say to you is, why would you do that? Don't do that, man. That is so fucking stupid. Why is he doing this, man? Do you get this or not? I don't get it. Do you get what the hell? I mean,
Archie, as a brand, I think the only PAM worth buying is a submersible with a rubber strap. Look, everything else does not turn me on.
I love my PAMs, okay? You know this, Chief Tit. But what are you doing? Are they going to give you a discount? Man, that is... Please don't do that. Don't do that. What are you doing? Quintana dress watch. I'm just trying to find this. Have a look at Chrono 24. The prices plummet. The black.
It's
oh,
Illuminor.
okay.
It's Illuminor. You know this, bud?
I'm just bringing it up. Aussie expats on the stream. Hey, Aussie, how are you, my friend?
G'day,
Hi,
gentlemen.
Aussie.
G'day.
Let's have a look what he's talking about. This is the watch.
Aussie.
It's actually quite beautiful, but why the fuck would you buy this? Man, that's just, come on, man. You can't slow the fuck down. You got to buy something secondhand. You can't buy this shit. You can't
Aussie,
buy this shit on the
How's the
new
mortgage
market.
application going?
Jump on the stream. Let me put some sense. Talk. Man, I love Pam, but you can't go and buy one. At
Aussie, you know what's interesting. You know what's interesting, Aussie. My dad's a landlord.
Yeah.
Okay, so he owns property. You know what? He'd kick your fucking ass out of that house for wearing for wearing Columbia polos.
If I was in England, he wouldn't even be able to kick me out. I've got more rights than he does.
For wearing that Columbia black polo shirt for every occasion, he'd fucking kick you out, Aussie. What do you think of that?
Maybe he's right. Maybe I should do something. What brand is better but doesn't scream, look at me, look at me?
Lacoste.
Lacoste?
I mean Columbia. Are you going up Mount Everest? Why are you wearing that? What are you doing, Aussie?
They just have very good fabrics. That's all I can say. They just got very good fabrics.
You're such a boring fuck when it comes to clothes. Oh my god. Where's your style? Where's your panache? You know, where is it, Aussie?
It just has to survive when I'm going camping and hiking and shit. Like it doesn't, like that's all I care about.
So let me just illustrate something to you. So you've gone camping with your dearly beloved, your family, or what have you. A bear comes out of nowhere and ravages you, and you're dead. And you know what they're gonna find you in a Columbia polo. Columbia. I want to be found in a Ralph Lauren polo.
I'll have the Rolex on the wrist. They'll still find that inside of the bear.
Yeah, they think you're a nerd. When listen, Aussie, if that ever happened to me, I'd be balling out on my big. Actually, no, I retract that with my small pony Ralph Lauren's on. I'll say, bury me in Ralph Lauren, bitch. You know what I mean, Aussie?
Aussie,
I do like that. I do like that.
You know, I heard these big designers, they actually make clothing which they sell exclusively in boutiques, and they have other clothing which they make just for the outlet stores. Is that true or false?
That's what I picked up from HR over here.
Listen,
I had to look it up.
It is true, but all of the ones I buy, I make sure there's a TK Maxx coding. Mine's all legit, Paul. What do you make of that, Archie?
I didn't say they're not legit, but they actually have special stock for discount store as opposed to the boutique. And
listen, Paul, Ralph Lauren is Ralph Lauren. As long as it's
full price, would you pay full price?
No, fuck no. Listen, Paul, Ralph Lauren is Ralph Lauren. As long as it's got the horse on with the little man on with the stick.
What about the bear? The
Paul.
bear's actually quite good. The bear. Do you buy anything with the bear on it? The teddy bear?
The teddy bear?
Yeah, that's actually the really, really expensive line.
What, Psycho Bunny? Oh, no, Archie, I've actually got one. Do you want to see it? Okay, I guess not then. Great vid, Arch.
Great vid. That's exactly right there. You hit it on the head.
Did you just have a mini stroke? Because you kind of turned off a bit then, Paul.
No, I'm just thinking about something, that's all.
Are you thinking about me, Paul? Or the Bluesy? Or my Ralph Lauren collection?
Always thinking about you.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So who's in the chat? Easy on deck. Archie,
he's in the back. His device not connected. It's like you when you try
see, Archie, this is the thing. All of these people that do it, it's not me. You keep saying it's me. It's not me. I'm not that retarded. I know how to come on the stream. Can you just accept that, Paul? Oh, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I gotta say, Chief Tit, I don't know what to say. This watch, I wouldn't be buying Pam at retail, Chief Tit. I know you have money, but fuck, Chief Tit, Chief Tit, Chief Tit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't buy it at retail. That is.
How many Panerai should someone have?
He's looking at the black one. This one here. How many Panerai should look? You can have. Look, it depends how, but you got to buy them pre-owned. You can't buy them brand new. 13,500. Chief Tit, you can't buy this shit. Chief Tit, $2 super chat. Click on the link. I've got the link here.
I tell you what's interesting. My multi-brand AD doesn't have Panerai. Meaning there's no good reason to buy one. As in, like, I can't buy a Panerai and then demand a Daytona.
Oh, I see. 1572. What's the 1572? It's the Radiomir. Let's have a look. 1572. $1573, 1572. Oh, this one here. I love it. 10,000 bucks. 40 mil. Okay, gotcha. He wants the sizing. 40 mil. It's a beautiful Pam with the onion crown, but 10,000 bucks. What's the water resistance? 50 meters. Fuck, that's nothing. Is it 50 meters for a dive watch? That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
The movement.
It's pathetic.
P900. It is beautiful. I must admit, it is beautiful. Oh, it uses 18 mil. Fuck, that's okay.
HR's left us alone for some reason.
Chief Tit, you'd have to buy this. You've got to buy this pre-owned, Chief Tit. Pam 1572. Pam 1572. Let's see what Pam 50. What is it? 1570. 1572. It's actually. Let's have a look here. Well, we've lost our Pat. We've lost HR. Where's he gone? Hey, HR, where are you gone? I didn't give you permission to leave. See, look at this. That's US dollars. Okay, so we should put that into Aussie dollars for him. Let me put that. He's back. Goldberg's on. Hey, Mr. Goldberg, what do you think? I'm trying to talk. Chief Tit, help us. We got a breakdown here.
I'm a little concerned.
Horror breakdown. Member for 10 months. Isn't there a problem with fakes for Panerai? Well, if you're buying it from a good dealer, it shouldn't be a problem. Chief Tit wants to buy this Pam today. He's going to pay retail. They don't discount.
You know, he did have a frontal lobotomy, so I'm not entirely sure.
I like the blue one. If you're going to get one, the black one, the blue one, or the white one. I think the blue one is nicer. What do you think?
He should wait till the hole in his head's healed up.
Thank you. Yes, he should. He's had a traumatic brain injury with a Makita cordless drill. There's no business in it.
We need to call up the boutique and say, hey, look, it's not going to matter how much shit you sell this guy. He's got a rock solid get out of jail free card.
Correct.
When he heals up, he can return all that shit. You know, he'll take you to court.
He is
it's no problem.
100%. He's non-compos mentis.
Yeah.
Non-compos mentis, and therefore it is actually they will be civilly and criminally liable for taking advantage of the infirm.
I've talked to SAs in Las Vegas, and this actually isn't a
He's jumping
uncommon.
On. Chief Tit.
I can't. I'm in love with it.
Seriously, are they going to give you any discount? What discount are they offering?
They're going to give me a discount. What happened was I went there yesterday, when I bought the yacht. Not yesterday. Was it yesterday when I bought the Yachtmaster? Anyway, I went and bought the Yachtmaster. Then we went to Pam so I could get what I wanted, and they didn't have the black one, and I want the black one. I need to have the black one. It goes perfectly with this Brioni tie. I need the black one. Anyway, and they didn't have the black one. They said, "Oh, we'll give you a bit of a discount. Return back to the boutique and blah 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 blah." I said, "Look, all right." They said, "Can I take your name just in case we get one in?" Because they didn't have any of them. They only had the blue one and the white one and all this other shit. Anyway, in the middle of the night last night, I get this long-winded message from the girl saying, "Yeah, one's come in and we'll give you a bit of a discount, blah, blah, blah. What are you thinking?" And I started negotiating with the price, and then she was giving me a lecture because I lowballed her at basically the second-hand value. I said to her, "Well, I'll pay you $8,500 because that's how much they're worth after I walk out the door." And then I got a bit of a lecture, but then they said, "Oh, but come in, we're going to discuss a decent discount, though, a very good discount," because they already brought it down at 10 when I was in there, which is nothing, 10.3 to 10. But if I can get it under 9.5, then I'm paying maybe a premium of, say, $800 between second-hand and new value anyway. And
listen to you trying to make sense of the nonsense.
I know.
Okay, listen. No. Allow me. First of all, Pontiff, I request your permission to treat the witness as hostile. Do I have your permission, sir? All right. So now begins the interrogation. The first question that I have for you, sir, is when did you have the hole drilled in your skull?
Friday.
Okay. What day is it today?
Thursday.
How many days have elapsed between the hole drilled in your skull and today?
6.
Can you please define non-compos mentis in the legal sense?
Look, that's my trick, you see. If I go now, I can always turn around and say to them, strike the witness's responsive, non-responsive, stick to the answer. Please define non-compos mentis. I can't answer that because I'm not compos
You
mentis.
love to buy. Look, I can't talk it. Look, I got to tell you, seriously, if it makes you happy and you like it.
No. We don't care about happiness. Is a false illusion. Happiness and watches do not coexist. And my final question is this the Panerai Boutique on King Street in Sydney?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I would like to point out that the Panerai on King Street in Sydney has currently got a 4.8 stars out of 5 rating on Google Maps, but we could change that.
Aren't there a few brothels in the area? Can't we just spend some money over there?
I'm saying we could put it up to 5, Archie. How dare you? I'm saying.
Listen, I need to complete the pan collection. There's three basic styles of pan. There's a radio mirror, there's a Marina Luminor, and there's the submersible. I've got the other two.
Would you object?
I need to get the radio mirror.
Would you object to my calling that? To my calling King Street right now to put you on the line so that your panel here can back you up, discuss this discount and your mens rea, which means your state of mind, which is definitely going to come into question in any criminal proceeding.
JD reckons he might come with me.
Can we call them?
So he might
is JD an enabler? Is that what you're saying?
JD made me do it. It's the new Jonestown
thing. Made me do it. Okay.
He made me do it. I didn't want to do it.
Archie, this is up to you. This is your show, but what do you say? I put them on speaker, call them live, and discuss this with the sales associate.
No, I wouldn't do that. Don't do that.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Maybe we should go down there and let Archie do the negotiation.
I feel like Archie,
you fucks. That thing's going to be worth 30% less than what you're fucking charging the poor man.
I think sometimes you've got to buy what you want. If you really like it, don't say we didn't warn you. But look, they are beautiful. I love Pams, but none of the dealers have any of this stuff, Chief Tit. None of them have that.
That's the problem. No. The problem is getting a 40 or a 42 in an automatic in the radio mirror is actually near on impossible.
Yeah, because nobody wants them. It's the dog in the range. It should be discounted.
Okay. But they're not for sale. There's a couple in Hong Kong, the 620 with a micro rotor, but they're close to 9,000 anyway with box and papers.
Archie, don't you think you could help him haggle like a bitch?
Oh, Archie's good at that. You should have seen me yesterday. I was such a pussy when I walked in there, and then I started speaking to Archie, and I said, "Listen, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. I was going to buy half a dozen watches, but I've got Archie on the phone. I'm not getting anything. So fuck.
Let's get him, Archie. Let's get him on the line right now. I'll ring him up, put him on speaker. What do you say?
No. I don't want to do that.
Do you want me to gonzo it if JD comes?
Look,
I mean-
no. Look, you got to buy what you want. If you want to buy it, you buy it. I honestly, there's a lot to be said for being rich enough to just buy what you like. You know what I mean? By the way, I'm wearing my Explorer too. I went and got my watches out of the safe.
Oh, here we
I got the
go.
Explorer too.
Oh,
Oh, look at
God.
that.
Representing.
I feel rejected and dejected.
I might have to call them up and tell them my brother-in-law is coming in, and just so you know, he's recently been released from hospital. He is not in his right mind. He had brain surgery, and it really will be unfortunate if you sell him a watch that has to come back to you used for a full refund. And he does have Greek diplomatic immunity.
Do you want to see the Yacht Master?
Yeah. Let's see the girly pearly master.
Hold on, I'll go and get it. I've got to go prize it off her.
You do.
The corpse moves.
Hold on. Bring a claw hammer. I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is a good idea. I feel like it's too soon.
Oh my God. Panerai.
I mean, he's got it all worked out. It's only $800 premium.
I don't even buy that many Rolexes each year. Yeah, in the first year it came in thick and fast, but I think I've only bought like one Rolex a year last 3 years.
Why can't he gonzo it? It seems to be like the perfect gonzo.
No, I don't want to put him under pressure there. You know, it's not fair to the staff in the store, you know.
I see. Well, I have severe concerns about our friend. I'm not sure he's well enough to make decisions like this. We better talk to his caretaker. Is your wife available for us to discuss this with?
There it is. You like it?
Closer look. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think it's nice. It's probably, you know.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful watch. That's lovely.
Like platinum bezel.
It's a very comfortable watch, actually. Much more comfortable than the blues.
What year is it?
It's a 2010, I think.
It's beautiful.
Yes,
I love the gold bezels and the platinum bezels. They're just so fantastic.
I must say, the champagne dial, you've got to really see it to appreciate that.
It's nice,
you know, a good guy, Madman has a two-tone Daytona with a champagne dial, and I never really liked it until I saw it in the flesh. It's just gorgeous. The champagne dials are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice in the flesh, isn't it?
100%.
And the finish on the dial doesn't degrade. You know, it's particularly fun.
I went to a bar in Auckland called Flush. Nice thought, Titty. Says Danny from Essex. Well, I'll tell you what I would like to have again. One of these days I would like to buy a 116622 or a 126622 with the blue dial and the platinum bezel.
We got a super chat just come in here from Panerai Ferrari.
Sorry.
We go. $5, Chief Tit. You have very good taste. Now you just need to buy a Ferrari to go along with that beautiful Panerai from Panerai Skoda.
Yes.
I don't
He's
know.
not wrong there.
Monster in the chat said he's got the Rhodium Yacht Master. They're nice too.
Now, did we talk about the RRP, the recommended retail price of this Panerai and what the discount is? Did we get the numbers?
10.2, 10.3, I think is, or 10.2 or 10.3 is what? Aussie, yeah. And I said to them 8.5. They told me get fucked, but come to the shop so we can give you the discount.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So I'm thinking early 9s. But if they start this bullshit about 9.9, I'm going to say no, fuck off. That's ridiculous.
Well, you know, I want to call you crazy, but I can't because I bought this stupid thing. So, I mean, this is very pretty.
It looks good.
But hold on, it's very pretty, but it's shockingly expensive.
What sort of money are you talking?
Well, it's retail. Mind you, I got a deal, okay, but its retail is $11,800 US. So it is a bit shocking, but I paid $9. $99999.
Well, you clearly wear it.
I paid Nueve.
Yeah.
I do like it. It's quite a nice watch, but honest to God, $9,000. It's kind of a lot for a very niche brand as Glashütte Original.
Yeah.
Very
What
niche.
does everybody think of that, of the Glashütte?
Well, I
What do
mean,
you
it
think?
is.
Ozzy, what do you think of it? I know you
Look,
like it, Mark.
I
You bought it.
honestly, the Glashütte, I honestly stay away from those sort of brands. I've tried to tell Mark those it looks very nice, but oh fuck, to sell that shit. By the way, Panerai is unsellable. I haven't been able to sell.
Speaking of bad decisions,
I love Pam, but you are going to be stuck with it. But the Chief Titter doesn't matter. You don't sell anything. You've never sold anything, have you?
Never, not even once.
No,
Nothing.
no. And let's face it, Panerai, I think you got some. You're quite sensible. You don't just go ballistic on the collection. You like what you like, and that's it, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, you know what I meant by there's 3 categories of Pams? This sort of completes it. So I'll have one from each of the different sort of genres that they've got. One radiometer, one submersible,
Yeah.
and one luminol.
Even watch people don't distinguish between Panerais. Like
Panerais
if you come across a watch with Panerai, it's Panerai. You're wearing a Panerai.
Sorry, not HR. I mean, Panerais used to be so cool. You remember that?
2000s.
What went wrong? Can I ask
Sylvester
you
Stallone and Schwarzenegger used to be cool too, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Schwarzenegger's sworn off Panerai. He feels hard done by that brand, and he's a full Rolex guy these days. He's a smart
What did he
guy.
say? What did he say exactly?
Oh, basically, well, there was a real. I'll try find the link. There's a famous letter he actually sent back to Panerai saying basically I basically did everything for you. I single-handedly brought this brand to the forefront, and you've never done anything for me ever.
You didn't give me any money, because they needed money, because I wasn't rich enough,
Let's see. I think it was Periscope.
And what happened
who covered it? No, that was it. He's a Rolex guy. Simple as that. Rolex guy. It's a great letter though. I'll find it. It'll take me a minute.
1 minute.
I thought it was Sylvester Stallone that sort of made it famous.
It was, but he felt that they never reciprocated his,
Who's Stallone or
that Panerai never reciprocated, that they never really, went along, basically.
Who felt that? Sorry, did Stallone feel that, or did
Stallone
Stallone
felt that, yeah. Well, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger moved on to AP pretty quickly. He moved on to AP.
He moves on to a lot of stuff. He does. Do you ever watch those?
No, he collaborated with AP quite a lot. Honestly, he did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he collaborated with AP. I mean, this is all paid deals. Terminator 3, and there's a lot of. AP. None of AP's collaborations are authentic. Put it that way. They're all huge money under the table deals.
George Watch goes prerequisite for buying pants and bleeding for years. That's probably true. I'll go in there and I'll be really offensive to them about the offers that I'm making. I say, look, don't blame me. I'm not thinking straight at the moment.
Listen, here's an idea. When they're quoting your prices, can you try and squeeze a drop or two of blood like out of your head that falls plop right under the countertop? And you can tell them that, you could tell them the price is killing you and they really need to lower it a little bit.
Yeah. Fuck, it's 10:35. I've got to go. I've got to be there in 25 minutes.
Well, enjoy your, why don't you call us from there? You know what? Just click the link from your phone, once you're out of there, because apparently Archie doesn't want you in there, but you can click the link and you can StreamYard us right before you go in and then right after you come out.
All right, I'll do it. I'll make sure. I've got to see if JD's going to be there too, because he might have the gear. You know what he's like.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you
can
later.
you can do it just with the regular link from your phone.
Okay, I'll try. Bye.
It works. Boy. And he's off to
Good luck, Chief Tit.
Yes. He's gonna call in and report what's happening. Well, speaking of JR.
Hey, GMT's just dropped off. I wanted to chat to them. Can you get him back on?
Yes, we'll do it right away. Well, it wasn't JR.
Hey, fuckface! It's
I just
Mr. GMT here.
I just wanted to touch on what you said earlier, GMT, about there being three.
He's gone. He's gone.
Three levels. Wait a minute, Mark. 3 levels of Panerai. I'll tell you what they are: shit, shitter, and even shitter.
He's gone.
What do you make of that, Aussie?
What do you think?
What do you make of that, Aussie?
What do you think of that?
What do you make of that, Mr. Columbia Polo?
Okay. Anyway, there is a super chat, Archibald.
Here we go. Very, very cool. We got a super chat here, and this is from SR Bell. $5. Mark, if Trump would give you a hall pass to bang one congressman in the ass, who would it be and why? It'd be Senator Honda.
Well, I don't know who that is. None of them come to mind. I mean, I can't think of a hot congressman. So I think we'll have to just we'll have to go right on to Barron Trump, who is well, very much of legal age. There you have it. $10.
$10, Mike Hammer, $10. Chief Tit is on a high right now. After coming through his operation, there should be a self-imposed waiting period before large purchases.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's true. He's not in the right mind. He's non-compos mentis. He is not of competent legal mind. They're scheming
I can do this. I can do this article. It's really good.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know Periscope, he's a no nonsense journalist within the watch space. He's as honest as they come. No holds barred.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the screen shared.
Archie, you got to do it for some reason. It won't. Well, hold on. Now.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yep. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Bye, Panerai. And you'll notice like all of these contemporary shots of Stallone. He's wearing Daytonas.
Bye, Panerai.
He's got a Patek there, 5711. That's a GMT, looking good.
What do you think of that?
Look at this, Daytona. He's a classy guy. He's mature,
How big
doesn't
is his
he?
wrist, though? Like Daytona should wear small on him.
I know these are classic Daytona. Looks great.
Yeah.
Still looks fantastic. But
Truthfully, Panerai
so basically in 20. Yeah. I'll tell. So basically, Panerai reached out to him again in 2017 because of a new CEO, and he said, "Hey, let's revive this relationship," because it disappeared. So Stallone responded, "Truthfully, hey, which one of us can do a Stallone?"
Hey, yo,
truthfully,
Panerai.
It's really done very little for me.
I'm one for Philadelphia. I'm the closest you.
Okay, do it.
Hey, yo, Adrian, truthfully, Panerai done very little for me, considering I found the watch. They would have never known about it. I can't even get a discounted Cartier. So what's in it for me? Hey, seriously, yo, you ever done anything for me? Did they make me a spokesman? Or advertise the watch like Johnny Depp, Cindy Crawford, or Tiger Woods? I've worked for other companies that are smaller, like other celebrities, and no, pay a fee, never. I turned them down on a watch that turned into a $1 billion company. They've done a great job with and basically ignored. I like Johan and his family, of course, but I have not been treated with any respect. Yo, Adrian.
No sign off whatsoever, no greeting, no regards. Just that's it. I ain't been treated with any respect. So
so they didn't give him enough money. Oh well, what can you do?
Yeah.
Wah.
Well, I mean, he's right. Panerai would literally, even today, they'd be nowhere if Stallone wasn't wearing them when he was, when he was so big.
The stupid thing is, right, with them, if they just gave him a few lousy, unsellable models, he'd be happy.
Adrian.
Well, I think the partnership did extend, to free watches and a couple of product placements in his movies that they did pay for. But look, if he thinks he's been hard done by, I'm on Stallone's side. I mean, he's wearing what he wants now. He's wearing Rolex. So,
I don't get no respect.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't even entertain it for a second. Considering he's been selling watches, and it feels like he's desperate for money for some reason. No one knows.
No. Hang on. Aussie
Yeah.
expat. How old are you?
42.
How old is Stallone?
Think late 70s.
Yeah, nearly
Let's
80.
see.
Okay, so he's at a different phase in life to you. Okay,
Yeah.
he's exiting and he's thinking, "What the fuck? If I die, all of this shit. What's the point of it?" He's thinking, "You know what? Why don't I get rid of some of my baubles and just make it easier? You know, have a simpler life." Can you blame him for that?
79.
Boy.
No, I'm not. It just seems like it's I don't want to speculate, but it does seem like he's liquidating a lot, not just his watches, but other things too. And he really wants I think what he really wants to do is to regain his control over either Rambo or Rocky, like his IPs, and he wants that to be his legacy to his family, not just finances, not just watches and whatnot. I think he's trying to get back control of the things his legacy truly will always be, which has been his fantastic movies. So I'm not fully understanding the situation, but I'm just telling you he's trying to gain money, is as best as I can tell.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what Ted's doing right now.
Was on his way, right?
He's in that Uber, making his way to King Street. As we
Oh, dude. There's some good brothels in the area of King Street, I think.
Was that right? Yes.
Yeah, I know. They should just put $10,000 towards those.
Well, that ought to get you a couple of good afternoons, I'm thinking.
I know.
But the Americans, certain
VIP
cities and
treatment.
sections in Melbourne and Sydney have got legalized prostitution.
No, it's the entire country. It's not a.
Oh, the whole country. There you go.
Yeah, it's not like the chicken ranch outside
Yeah,
of Las
Australia's one
Vegas.
giant bunny ranch.
Yeah, but I mean, like Switzerland's also another country where it's just legal. But in Switzerland, actually, there are specific visas for ladies of the night where they can get a working visa for like 30 days, 15 days, I think maximum 60 days. So they can come in from another country, be a lady of the night for 30 days, and then get the hell out. So they've got a special visa for these people too.
This is why Swiss cheese has holes in it.
But what a fantastic idea.
Bell asked another, I actually nearly had a walkout moment, Aussie expat, yesterday. The question
about
was
to have
so
another one?
ridiculous.
Do tell.
And
All
I
right,
just thought to myself,
What are you going to do? Well,
this is what I've become reduced to, answering high school Porky's type jokes.
I can
in a
identify
relaxed
that tallywhacker.
format.
I loved, Stifler's mom was in, very few people remember, Stifler's mom was in Porky's.
Yeah.
I can identify
Yeah.
that tallywhacker. That's the famous line that I remember from. So, well, why did you just bring that up, Archie? Why did you say that? Just
I mean, seriously, SR Bell, that's crossed the line. That is the line of decency. Come on.
well,
Come
but
on.
SR Bell, hold on. SR Bell thinks that you are.
I think it's
morally
degrading. I don't think it's a good question. I don't think it's a good. No, I'm not going to read it because
He believes
you
that
know
you're
what?
more-
We're going to take a stand. It's
believes-
too far.
He believes
far.
that you're morally obligated to read it.
I'm not morally obligated to do anything. You don't have to give any money, but I don't have to read it.
Exactly. Just because it's tradition on this show to read out the super chats doesn't mean that Archie is, legally obliged to do so. But I think, SR Bell, your homework is to find one that's not so far over the line that Archie gives up in disgust and retires. I think it's to find one that pushes the boundaries and makes him think, upsets him, but doesn't upset him to the point where he won't read it. So I feel like you've got a little bit of homework to do.
Well, you don't have to read it. You can provide an answer. 500,000.
No!
Half a million.
The answer is no. Okay, the answer
Half a
is
million. Wow.
I have questions about that.
I don't know what the lowest number would be for me on that one. It
$10.
might
Well,
not be six figures. It might not be six
At
figures.
least you're considering it. $10 from
$10. Here we go. AD never
Patricia.
calling $2. Well. Looks like Breitling lost some market share this year, down 2%. Stupid fucking name. Fire sack George Kern 2%. What a fucking loser. Like, I think the
Breitling's
market
gone
is
up,
very tough.
haven't they?
The market is very, very tough. The market
They've
is
lost
very
market
tough.
share, but they've gone up in actual sales, is what I think has happened. Let me see. Market share. I know they didn't move up a notch or anything like that, but honestly, my heart is with Tudor. I would love if Tudor was performing as well as Breitling. That would be awesome. And when I pull up market share for watches, it pulls up fucking stupid smartwatches. Terrible. Okay, Lux Consult, top 50. Give me real numbers, man. Okay, here we go. 2023. No, I need 2025.
What does it say?
I'm still trying to find. Morgan Stanley, 2025. Okay. No, I just got the generic stuff. I don't have the year over year. Interestingly, none of the brands actually switched from 2023 to 2024. Although I think Breitling overtook Vacheron for 8th place. So, yeah. You know, Richard Mill's about to overtake Patek.
In sales or volume?
Sales. Wouldn't be a surprise if they overtook this year.
That's because their watches are so dear, isn't it, Richard Mill?
Mm-hmm. Well, no one would say that Pateks are cheap either, though. But at least when people buy a Richard Mill in general, they're buying it because they got the watch that they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not telling them to buy a whole bunch of these other watches, like multiple of these other watches that nobody wants.
Yeah. Would you ever go Richard Mill? You strike me as a Richard Mill man.
I like some of the ideas. I just literally don't like the watches. Like, I like pushing the limits of engineering, quote unquote. There's watches that they claim are durable, but probably are not more durable than this. But, you know, if they were durable, I would gravitate towards it potentially. But I literally don't like any of their watches.
I see.
But I could see why
like...
someone would. So I don't hate Richard Mill. I could see why someone would like it. I don't question it.
Yeah. I know what you're saying there. That's a fair point. I got to tell you, what's the market for Richard Mill? Is that sort of Lamborghini or that's Pagani? What is that? What sort of person is that sort of person?
Well, apparently their average sale is $250,000 per watch.
Wow, that's extraordinary.
I mean, you know, some of them are obviously a lot more expensive.
That's cheaper than the average Lamborghini, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't priced them up lately.
Yeah, so that's definitely hypercar territory, not supercar territory. So
what's the difference between a hypercar and a supercar?
Well, I mean, I think if you round the clock back 20 years ago, there wouldn't be a distinction. just because the volumes and stuff. But I mean, a lot
Now,
of these.
Esther Bell, that's just that's crossing the line, racist line. I mean, I love Chinese people. I love black people. I love mixed race people. I love them all. I don't want to be sprouting negative comments there. By the way, that Explorer 2 looks amazing on your wrist there.
Oh, thank you.
Aussie expat. It really
I
does.
think it's my biggest watch so far, but I feel like it's meant to be like, it's like a Panerai. Like you can't be like, oh, it's too big. No, the Panerai is meant to look like that. The modern Explorer 2 is this. Yeah, I know there was a 40 mil that was quite delicious too. Geez, I cannot for the life of me find that report with numbers. It's shitty.
Have you ever thrown your financial position to AI and asked it, how are you doing?
Oh, I do that all the time.
I do too.
Yeah,
It's funny,
I did a few times. Yeah.
What did you think,
Initially,
Mark?
Google Gemini wouldn't comment, but
Actually,
they've tweaked
ChatGPT
it
will
a
give you this. I think is nice. The ChatGPT will give you the Monte Carlo scenario on multiple.
but they won't actually sim it out. It'll just pretend it simmed it out. That's a hallucination. But
so who knows if it's accurate then?
No, like, it's impossible. Like Monte Carlo sim requires a lot of compute.
10,000
like,
permutations.
Believe me, the LLM isn't actually doing any Monte Carlo sims. It'll say it is because that's what it's meant to do, but believe me, it's not doing that.
I got you.
But my main issue with AI is it probably told you you're doing pretty well, right, Archie?
No, well, it compares. You put in the statistics. It says, well, the average Australian at this age has this.
Right.
You have that.
I definitely didn't. Yeah, I don't look for like generic, like inflate my ego type stuff. I'm just
no. I've actually cut and paste my balance sheet into it and asked it the question. I've asked it, what chance have I've always been scared of going bankrupt. So what chance have I got of bankruptcy?
Mm-hmm.
You ask it questions like that. It's very clever.
Yeah, but did it tell you you're doing okay?
I tweaked it also. I thought, okay, well, maybe it's just always suck arsey. So
because they usually are. They usually, it's always terrible.
Like I asked,
in terms of getting a job.
And the funny thing is, it answered it perfectly. It said, "You do not have zero chance of getting a job.
However,
why would you even reference zero if my chances are so good?" Even,
Good news. It's not 0% chance. Bad news. It's close. But you know what? Listen, we have come up with multiple options for you right here on this stream. Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, the Air Force. There have been many things have been suggested. You could go back to school, become a veterinary tech. You could go to law school. Even Chief Tit told you about how to get a Chief Tit guaranteed you a job immediately after law school and told you about scholarships.
I don't want to go to Sydney. Cost of living is so high there.
He said you could work from home.
I don't look. He's very generous, but I look. You know what? I don't like. Would you go back to study?
If my option was bankruptcy.
If your option was bankruptcy,
I'd do anything. I'd do anything to stay afloat if that's what was needed.
I think. Listen, P's got a good opportunity. OnlyFans. I think that the curiosity factor alone. I do think that is an option for you. Feet pics, man titties. There's lots of things that you could do. I really believe so. That's just me, but I think you could. You just got to be creative in this world. People invent money.
You've got to be creative. Creative. Are you creative?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like to think so. I really am fascinated by how people make their money because it's just sort of like, particularly people who create it out of nothing, which is more or less what you've done, Archibald.
Yeah.
In other words, it's like, don't get me wrong. I think it's highly respectable how you, Aussie expat, you know, developed a skill set, worked for a company, managed to move your way up through these various companies until high earnings, and then what you did with that. But at the same time, that's a career track. But a lot of people just jump out the fucking airplane without a parachute and have to, you know, there is no large company and you know, to create that pathway.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just creation of money from nowhere. So I just think people, I find it very interesting. I mean, maybe it's just because it's my own little, you know, my own little entrepreneurial bent, but people who start companies or work for themselves, I just find that fascinating. But then again,
well, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I used to, like, for a few years there, I was doing my own thing. But I probably would never have made it looking at how the industry ended up going. And I made a lot of money, you know, being an engineer for, you know, a big company.
I think that's great.
It's,
well, now
yeah,
you've got money management. Money management is what you do now.
Yeah. Yeah. I could go back. I mean, I've taught, so one of my friends, the last friend that I know at Amazon, was fired yesterday.
What?
And yeah, he didn't get laid off. They fucking fired him. And
For
it
what?
means he doesn't, well, they say performance, but objectively he's better than anyone else on his team. So it's all politics these days.
Super jet.
But
Let me just grab this. ABC.com, £2. Expat, name your favorite AWS service and why. That's Amazon service.
I'll go with S3, the OG, baby. Now, I've never worked on S3, but I've always been very, very impressed. And it's sort of like a foundational service for any other service, honestly. And they keep coming out with really cool new stuff with it. I really like the S1 storage tier, I think. That's like the super low latency
ABC, what'd you expect? It says it's boring, but I'm like,
yeah. What boring? Okay, all right. Let's go with Elasticache. Elasticache is the best service.
So much better.
Yeah, Elasticache is the best service. Who wants to manage Redis databases?
I don't know anything about what the fuck you all are talking about. No idea.
I don't understand either, I must admit.
Well, you're the IT guy, Archie. You're supposed to know, but please don't tell it. Please don't explain it. Just don't explain it. We've only got 117 people in the audience, so we don't want to lose any of those.
Yeah. What were we on about before the super chat? It was money. Yeah, and like it's hard to run a business, hard to be profitable. Like I saw some really stupid ideas in a Reddit where they go, "Oh, what would you do if you got like $5 million? If you got $5 million, what would you do?" And someone said, "Oh, I'd open up a Hot Wings franchise." Like as in like just one of the thing. I can't remember, like Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll open up a Buffalo Wild Wings. And he says, and then I say, wait, what are you talking about? What's the economics of opening up a Buffalo Wild Wings? You know, those make a lot of money. You could be making like,
idiot knows if you're $2.5 million up, the first thing you do is buy a house with a 30-year roof. I think he's referring to you, Goldberg, in Chicago, talking about roof repair.
I do need one.
A Japanese shoot box, and then you put the rest in the market.
Yeah. But this guy, he said, "Oh, you know, I can open up a Buffalo Wild Wings." I said, "Well, how much is that going to get you?" And it's like, "Oh, it could get you between like 100 and 200,000 profit at the end of the year."
That's kind of shitty ROI, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, well, he's not going to spend all 5 million. I imagine it doesn't cost 5 million to open up a Buffalo Wild Wings. But it would consume your entire life, and you're getting, you know, maybe.
You know that?
Yeah, maybe.
Fucking hard work, and then
you got to get all these minimum wage workers, chicken,
it is the
bad
worst
customers, drinks,
honestly.
And you're looking at and I said, but if you literally did nothing, just put it in the market, you could have 500,000.
Correct.
At the end of that first year, you could have half or more. It's like, why would you break your back to get?
Oh, franchises go broke all the time. Hey, franchises go broke all the fucking time. You know that.
Yeah, it just showed me like there's a really big gap between what regular people think they would do with 5 million
Because
and
people
what
don't know
5
about
million
money.
is really worth, you know?
Because people work for companies, they're not entrepreneurial, and they don't know about money.
Yeah.
They don't
Well,
know.
the way the Buffalo Wild Wings story ends up working well is if you've got no money, you get $250,000 loan to open up the Wild Wings store, and then you work at it and you pay off the debt, and eventually you're clearing a couple $100,000 a year. That works. That works for someone who doesn't have any money ultimately, but then can get the credit.
Well,
But to go in there with 5 million flush and say this is how I'm going to make more money it's just wild.
yeah, with $5 million, you might as well just invest. I don't know. Buffalo Wild Wings is one of those franchises, I'm sure, who demands a certain net worth to get in. They don't bring in people.
McDonald's. They won't let you in without having a certain.
Correct. Yeah,
I think they want like $1 million or something.
at least,
McDonald's.
and that's probably liquidity, not just net worth.
You know, Chick-fil-A, number
That's
one
the
in the
weirdest
country
model.
for sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chick-fil-A, I think they require $500.
It's
Something like that.
It's a $10,000 buy-in. Here's how it works. It is very weird. It's not a typical franchise at all. In fact, I'm not even sure you call it a franchise. But to buy in, it's $10,000. They will give you only one store, and you have to work at that store like as the owner, as the managing
Operator.
partner. Yeah, as the operator, you got to work there like 50, 60 hours a week. You do all the firing, you do all the hiring. You cannot hire management to do all that shit for you.
Mhm.
And then they own the land, they own the product, they own the building, but you split profits with them 50-50 at the end of the year after they pull their fees and shit out.
I think if you're willing to accept those terms, a typical operator will get about $250,000 a year.
It's about 150 to 200,000 a year.
Yeah. Like the top end.
So you're like,
it is, but if you've got a passion,
you're buying a pretty good
and are willing
job,
to do
but
it,
you don't own anything. You don't own anything.
Yeah.
You just own the right to do that, but you own a job, really. Not a bad paying job if you work your ass off, but you simply own a job. Yeah. And really, capitalism works by exploiting the proletariat. You can't do that. As a Chick-fil-A operator. Plus, you have to say, things like "my pleasure."
You got to be nice.
I'd rather open a Pollos Hermanos. Remember Gus Fring from Breaking Bad with the Pollos Hermanos chicken chain?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, look, I think the Chick-fil-A, look, if you've never earned or you don't really have the prospect of earning north of $150,000 a year
then good on
with
you.
your career path, Chick-fil-A would be a fantastic option for you. Like if that's where you are, because you could very easily end up in that top bracket. I think it could be a very fulfilling job. You'll learn a lot of skills for sure. And Chick-fil-A, they're really, really good at what they do. And what they do is a lot of things. It's logistics, management,
the funny thing is,
training.
If you just break it down to product, to be honest with you, by and large, I think Popeyes has a better product. I don't know why Chick-fil-A has the cult following it does. I've eaten it, but if you take the just the chicken sandwich, Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes, I think Popeyes is superior.
I've never gone to my Popeyes and
floury cornbread.
Well, wait, sorry, you were at crosstalk there.
You like that floury cornbread too, Mark? They give you
floury cornbread. Where do they do that?
Don't they give you those buns?
It's biscuits. It's an American.
At Popeyes, yeah. Popeyes.
The southern biscuit. It's not cornbread at all.
I love Popeyes hot sauce packets.
Yeah,
those are really good.
All right.
So would you? What do you see yourself doing there, Aussie expat? You're retired now.
I'd like to go work for McDonald's.
I think he's going into the meat pie business. You're going.
I've got a real affinity for McDonald's, and I would just love to be the manager of my local McDonald's.
Why don't you start the Aussie meat pie franchise?
Could you do that? Could you just rock up and say, "I'd like to apply for a job at McDonald's"? Why not?
Oh, McDonald's I could, but the meat pie franchise, there's no economics. So I've looked at it before. Like in Seattle,
Hey, they had
food
Pie
trucks.
Face. Remember Pie Face? Look at Pie Face. Google
Yes, yeah,
Pie
yeah.
Face. That was
I
a
don't like that
disaster.
place. I don't like that place. But
I
anyway,
have
but
That
I
was a
looked at
franchise
making a
that went
food truck.
Pie Face.
So
Fuck
the
face.
problem
Pie Face.
the problem with a pie is that you can't charge enough for it. What you really want is to charge someone north of $10 for lunch, as high as you can get. And unfortunately, a meat pie, it's just not going to warrant being a $10 plus item.
I don't know.
You
You should
know,
look at
so-
you should look at empanada restaurants. They do it very successfully.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Listen, I have a very shameful confession to make.
Mhm.
You want to be hired at McDonald's? My first reaction was you're overqualified. They might not want you. And I know whereof I speak. I don't want to tell you precisely why, because there's still a reason for it floating around in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
But it's no more than a year, maybe a year and a half ago that I applied for a job at Wendy's.
Yes.
Good for you. Well, what did they want? What did you want to deliver them? But you've got gray hair.
Yeah, but
This freaks them out.
They employ a lot of older people. Okay.
Okay.
McDonald's, Wendy's. If you go fast food, there's a lot of people, older people.
You're right. You're
Walmart,
right.
Because there's a lot of these people who boomers cannot afford to retire, or who are supplementing their Social Security, for whatever reason. It's not uncommon. Okay, so
I got to show you something. Keep going, but I got to show you something as well. Go ahead.
Right. Well, you take a show us when you're ready. But
I'd like to hear this story.
I was not applying for management. Okay. And so here's what I did. First, I didn't want to drive there in my enormous Lincoln. At the time, I had the Lincoln.
The stinking Lincoln, yes. It looks too big.
I didn't want to pull up in a Lincoln, roll in
You
there.
should have borrowed Satan's Kitten's car. The Cruise.
Well, that's what I did. All right. Let's take a look at what Aussie's got to show us, and then we'll talk.
You see this?
What is all
The
that?
entire wagon is full of Coca-Cola.
Why? Was it on sale? What's the point?
Yeah, my neighbor, he's been doing these. You know when you return anything on Amazon?
For a while, you know that Aussie expat.
I know. We gotta drink it.
Wait,
but
you bought a lot? Like a.
Yeah. So everyone who's done Amazon in America knows that all the returns go to Las Vegas for some reason.
I see.
So all of the country's returns end up here.
You bought a tractor trailer load?
And so it's not just Amazon lots, but anyway, my friend went there and he saw 2 full trolleys full of Coke, and the guy said $10 a trolley, but if you take 2, I'll give it to you for 15. So he filled up his Tesla 3 to the roof and he just stopped over at all our friends'
Coke
places.
Zero, but that's a pretty good price.
Oh no, the Coke Zero's there too.
Yeah, no,
I'll show you.
That's a funny.
So what happened? Why did you want to get for a job? Tell me the story at Wendy's, Marky.
Okay, so I don't want to tell you why I wanted the job, because there was a purpose for it that I may someday go back to. But I wanted the job at Wendy's, and I didn't want to I wasn't applying for managerial. I haven't worked in a restaurant since I was 18, 19.
Yes.
So my resume would have had like a 60-year gap, 50-year gap.
Yeah.
But but for a store associate, to work in the drive-through or or whatever the fuck they wanted me to do. But anyway, so I apply online because I asked them about it, and they go, "You apply online." I'm like, "Okay."
So did you tell them that you were dog trainer, self-employed,
No. I didn't tell them anything. They don't really ask about that kind of thing online. Basically, it's name, rank, and serial number. Are you available weekends? Are you available evenings?
Okay.
So I put, and to be honest with you, I was actually a little worried about this because, at my age, I do have a certain amount of aches and pains, and I don't know what it would be like to hustle around a restaurant for 8 hours a day. It might be tough.
Yeah. Minimum wage.
Well, one would figure, right? So anyway, it comes the day of the interview, so I get the response. There's an interview.
Did you wear the gold sub? What watch
No,
did you wear? Sorry, what
That
watch
would've
did
been
you
awesome.
wear? I'm gonna
I
ask
did-
this. What watch did you wear, Marky?
I did not wear an Invicta. I don't remember wearing anything. If I would have worn any watch at all, I would have put on a G-Shock, right?
Yeah.
You know, because those are grease resistant. Okay. So the day of the interview, I'm fucking nervous.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm actually nervous. And
Yeah.
because like I really, to be honest with you, I had a project in mind. I really kind of wanted this job, but I'm trying to think the last time that I interviewed for a job.
This is a good story, Mark. I'm really keen on this. Go on, go. I got the same urges myself. Keep going.
Yeah,
You're
well,
a multi-millionaire. You're a multi-millionaire, published author, successful.
And
Okay,
there
keep
I am.
going. Yeah.
But the last time I interviewed for a job, I think was like 1979 or 1980. You know, it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
And actually, my first job interview was with the CIA. Okay, and that was
Yes. Okay, get back to the Wendy's story, please. What happened?
Well, so I was very nervous, and anyway, so I get the time and the date, you know, and the store. Like this is the store where I go all the time. But I'm figuring they're not going to know me. I mean, like I go there, I go through the drive-through, but like
My McDonald's knows me. That's
see, that's not a good sign, quite frankly. You know, but okay. So what happened was I decided the last second I realized I can't drive the Lincoln, you know, because they see me parking right. So I borrow the kitten's car, which is like a 2016 Chevy Cruze. You know, it's in good shape and all, but it's more appropriate, you know, and I did not put on a roll. I made sure I didn't wear a watch that was expensive. I didn't dress nice, but I didn't dress badly. I kind of, you know, in the middle.
Yeah, I understand.
So I get there and there's like people, you know, at the counter working, but there's also customers ordering stuff. And I don't really know. I just get in line because I'm like, I don't want to go to the side.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Hey, you're sort of a bit nervous. Yeah.
No, I'm a little nervous. So, but the girl working the counter must have been like 19.
Yeah.
Wearing too much makeup, and she was very nice, but like you could tell she was very young. So anyway, when it's my turn, she goes, how
can I help you, sir?
Yeah, and I was like, listen, I have an interview for now.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, one moment, please. And she goes into the back, and I see her talking to like an adult.
Yes.
And he pats her on the back, and she comes back a moment later and says, please have a seat. Someone will be with you in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just sit down at one of the. I sit as far from the counter as I can, you know, and 5 or 10 minutes later, and I'm just sitting there for 5 or 10 minutes. And I mean, what do? You can't like. I'm trying.
Were you early or on time?
No,
or how
were
you?
I was like 2-3 minutes early. You don't want to be over eager beaver.
No, I understand.
But you can't be late, and I was overthinking it, and you know, anyway.
Yeah.
So, then I'm sitting at the table, and I'm thinking, okay. Normally, if I was sitting at a table, I'd be doom scrolling on my phone, but this is like a bad thing to do. You know, I feel like it's maybe they're looking at me. You know, there's cameras. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I just wait. And
the same anxieties I have. Thank you.
And I was worried. And let me tell you what happens. 10 minutes later, with a metal clipboard, shows up the same 19-year-old girl who told me to sit down. Okay. Now, I know she was not the store manager. I could see that she had gone back into the office to talk to the store manager. And she sits down opposite me, and she's got this clipboard with a list of questions.
Yeah.
And she asked me the first question, and I was pretty fucking nervous, to be honest with you. But when she started asking me questions, her voice was shaking. She was shaking. And I answered the first question. And then she asked me, and I'll come to questions in a minute, but she asked me the next question. And I had to stop her. And I said to her, this is kind of funny, but I haven't interviewed in a long time. I said, I'm a little nervous. And she looked at me and she goes, you know what? This is my first time ever doing this. So she said, I'm really nervous. I said, well, how about we just take it easy on one another and like, let's just get through this. You're going to be fine.
Hey, I love it.
I love it. Like I've got
You're
daughters.
like a nice Larry David.
I've got daughters older than her, you know, like I felt a little bad that she was all shook up, and it took me out of my nerves because like it doesn't fucking matter. I get this job, I don't get this job, right? Okay, but this little girl, you know, who had put on all her makeup and gotten herself ready for work that day, you know, apparently it meant something to her, and I could tell because he wouldn't have given her the job interview responsibility if she wasn't trying out for assistant to the assistant manager or something. Anyway,
2IC, Mark. It's called 2IC, but anyhow.
Right. And so basically we go through why I want to work for them. And, you know, I'm like, well, I'd like to supplement my Social Security. You know, times are a little tough and I like the product here. The store's close to home. You know what? Here were the questions. Okay. Do you have your own transportation? I mean, like, because I think they're used to like moms having to drop kids off, you know? And so, like, if you don't have your own transportation,
after school, stuff like that,
and you're taking the bus, or you have to depend on your mom to drive you, you know, then they run into reliability issues. So she wants to know, do you have your own? Yes, I have my own transportation. Are you?
Yes, I got a $70,000 stinking fucking Lincoln. Okay,
I couldn't say that.
The Lincoln's insurance is more than the wage.
It's more than what she earns in a year. You know, are you available during school days, during school hours? I'm like, yeah, yes, I can.
It's like in that thing, The Intern, where it says, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? He's 80. Alive!
It sounds like I'm the ideal. I'm the ideal employee too. Like I'm only available when my son's at school. Effectively, it sounds like a good matchup.
The problem is, I feel like okay. Well, let me tell you how. Anyway, we get through the interview, and when we were all done, I couldn't help it. I said, "There, you know, you did just fine." And she goes, "Oh, thank you." You know, and she and I said, "Well, I know, you know, you and management have to discuss this and everything, but like, what's basically, what do you think probably is the next step?" Because I'm really thinking to myself, how am I going to work this into my life? I sort of leapt into the thing before I had fully pieced together. Like, even how am I going to, like, can I physically handle this? You know?
Yes.
Because I know restaurant work is taxing. So, okay. Anyway, so at the end, I said, you did a really good job. She's like, oh, thank you. You know, it was my first time, but thanks. I said, but anyway, how's this all work? She goes, to be very honest with you, she goes, they hire anybody. She goes, they hire everybody. We are so short-staffed. The manager is definitely going to call you. She said, it's really just an issue of what hours, that they would want you to work and can you work? She goes, but you're going to get a call tomorrow. She goes, like, maybe even tonight, but you're getting a call. I didn't get a call.
You shouldn't have said you were on Social Security. That
I don't. She did not even write that down. All I could tell you is, I did not get a call, and I sent an email in, and then I called the next day. Oh yes, we'll get back to you. I did not get hired at Wendy's. The long and the short of it is I didn't even get a call. I could not get hired at Wendy's. So I did think about, McDonald's, because
you've inspired me. I'm going to get my job at McDonald's. I'm going to do that. I'm destitute.
I think you have a better chance than me because, you're
younger.
He's younger, but I advise you to dress a little bit like a degenerate. You need to look slightly more like a drug addict because
I need to look like I've gone to the casinos and lost everything a few times over.
Exactly. I don't know what happened.
I got to go. I got to pick up my son.
Oh, thank you so much. Aussie expat, great seeing you, man.
Do you send the kids? I bet he sends the kids with Diet Cokes in their lunch buckets.
How old are you, Marky? I forgot how old you are. 59?
67.
67. Okay, that's okay. It's a good age.
Yeah, well, I know. I should have been able to get it.
You got good teeth.
I do. I have years of dentistry. So, but I feel that I could definitely get a job as a Walmart greeter. What
made you want to do that? What made you want to do that? Can I ask you that? You don't need the money. Let's face it, Marky.
No, well, it would have cost me money to go there. Come on. I don't know what I don't even remember what they pay there.
Yeah.
$12, $14, maybe 15 if they're feeling generous. I don't even know what they pay. But no, it was the not for the money. No, I have a project in mind, but I don't want to say why I wanted that job, but a job at any one of them would have been fine. You know, McDonald's, Popeyes, Burger King.
You're right. It is nervous applying for this stuff, isn't it?
I hadn't applied for anything, and like I said, I thought the girl would be laughing at me, but in reality, she was nervous because she had never interviewed anybody. But it did bother me a little bit that I didn't get hired there. And then, you know, the next thing was then I was a little embarrassed to go through the drive-through there, especially again one thing in my Lincoln. So you know, so what happened was I avoided the place for a couple of months. And then I just kind of got out of the habit of eating, you know, of going there. So I've barely been back since. I mean, a couple times. I don't mind it. They have a $5 or a $6 biggie bag, you know, which is a very good deal. Give you a bunch of food, hamburger, drink, fries, and nuggets for like $5. It's crazy good. Anyway, but I was.
All you need to do is next time you go through in your link and just say, "I won the lottery."
I just can't. You know what? It was a little ego. I was mildly devastated that I couldn't get a job at Wendy's. Kind of bothered me. So, if you are Wendy's management out there, you know, let me know if you can get me into to my local franchise. I was a little upset, but okay, what can you do? And
What a wonderful.
It's fresh, never frozen. They use they take the old patties that they didn't sell. You know, they chop them up. They make chili out of them. Waste not, want not. They put it right into the beef chili. But yeah, that was, I couldn't get in.
Shall we say that again? What happens to the beef? Say that again.
Well, you know, their beef patties are not frozen. McDonald's comes to the store, you know, in a freezer truck, and then they store it in a walk-in freezer. They pull what they need when they need it.
Oh, Wendy's doesn't do that.
But Wendy's claim to fame is always fresh, never frozen. So, you know, and what that means is I'm sure that complicates the logistics a lot of ordering, delivery. I don't know how they do it, you know, without freezing that stuff. But one of the things that Dave Williams, you know, wasn't his name Dave Williams, the guy, the Wendy's dude who before he died. Anyway, what they do is they take beef patties that are going to expire but haven't, and they chop that shit up, cook it, and they put it into the chili. In this country, Wendy's sells chili. It's very good, but it's got giant chunks of, you know, hamburger beef in it. But those chunks are their hamburger patties that they chop up into smaller pieces and mix into the chili. And that's what Dave Thomas. Yes, thank you, Dave Thomas. And they put it in the chili overnight. Their chili cooks for a long time. They keep it up to a certain temperature, which the government, you know, health board requires them to do so that they're not, you know, exceeding. If you keep it at 165 degrees or greater, then, you know, you don't have to worry about bacteria for so many hours or days. And it's leftover burger patties. So it is.
Yes.
But they're not expired. They're still like fit for consumption. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very fascinating story there.
I don't need a lot of it. I don't need it very often. There is that. Actually,
I gotta tell you honestly, Mark, I had a yesterday. Oh, Chief Tits back.
Look who we've got. Where are you? Oops, where are you?
Hold on. Let me see how I do this. Hold on.
That's what.
Here we go, Chief Tit. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, the black one.
Yeah. The black
one.
How
much discount they gave you, Chief Tit?
I can't tell you. It's confidential. They're going to kill me. Isn't that right?
Okay. Yes.
Confidential. So yeah, this is it.
It's beautiful. I must say, Mark. Sorry, I must say, Chief, that is absolutely beautiful watch. It is absolute panorama.
Looks like his other one. Looks like his other one without a bezel.
Well, that's my one there.
Yeah, they look.
And this is the one that I just got. So this, and my Luminor at home completes a 3-piece set.
Does it?
That's beautiful. And the thing is, they're all the good size for you too. You've deliberately done it so that they are the size that you want. You know what I mean?
Wire lugs, wire lug. Are you going to get another strap while you're there?
No, no, because the black's perfect for me on this.
Because they're going to throw one in for you. Because they're going to throw one in for him, Marky.
They're going to throw.
They're going to throw him out of there. Is what they're going to throw.
I don't think so. She's about to kill me. I don't think there's going to be any.
It is beautiful. It's a lovely watch. I must say that is
We're going to get
absolutely.
this out of it.
Oh yes, I've seen those.
A coaster and a San Pellegrino, and hold on.
Yes.
And these two.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that.
Isn't that sweet? Isn't that lovely?
That's really sweet. That's great. You got the boutique experience. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like buying a new watch, Mark.
How about an espresso? No. We don't get an espresso and a little biscuit?
No, there's no espresso. I don't think they've got espressos. Oh, we got this. Do you want to see the other watches in the shop?
Sure. Give us a look there. What do you like?
That straw's going to kill a turtle.
That's the other bunch in that same range with the green and gold.
Oh,
I see. The white face.
Yes.
And you've got the larger ones, which are cheaper.
I love that strap. Can you get that strap? Would you get that suede strap for it, or you like the black?
I like the black because I can use it like with like a suit. You know, this is more sort of...
No. You're right. Oh, I love the California. Yeah, California dial.
You like that?
A luminous substance. It absorbs light.
I think you.
No, that's the California, half Romans, half Arabics.
I think that your one, you shouldn't get rid of your one, Archie. You should keep it. It's like in a candy shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I like Pam. I like Pam a lot.
It's like being in a candy shop where all the candy is poison.
Shut up, Mark. This military green one's quite nice. Look at that. Blue.
I like the white one.
You like which one? This one?
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you the other parts. Hold on. We'll go out the back now. These are the sort of special ones here.
Mm.
These are big money. These are huge money.
Mm.
Some more divers. This is that carbo tech, you know, that sort of carbon stuff.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Some
biocarbon.
This is a little bit kitsch for me. I think this, like all that camo stuff, is a bit, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit kish. You're right there. Oh, wow. Yeah. Submersible. I love that in gold. I love Pam's in gold. You must admit, they look absolutely big money. But
they're big money, but geez, they're nice, aren't they? Look at that.
They're beautiful.
So this is the rest of the little shop here, right there. You just saw some female-y type ones. This is a massive one.
Oh, I love that. I love that blue with the gold, the rose gold. Doesn't it look gorgeous?
Your wrist, you could pull this off with that wrist of yours. I could never wear that, you know.
It's gorgeous.
These ones. So they've got like some little private room out the back there. I don't know what that's for. Right. Here's some complication stuff. Tourbillon. It's weird, isn't it? It's like some sort of...
Absolutely. Yeah, that's expensive. That's expensive. Very tourbillon. That's a tourbillon. That's amazing. Amazing stuff at Pam. Lovely boutique there.
It's a nice boutique.
I'm glad you're happy. Chief, the most important thing is you're happy. You're happy with the purchase. It's the watch you wanted. Hey.
Exactly what I wanted, you know?
You've got to be happy. That's the most important thing is you're happy.
Thanks, man. And these are the, you know, the strap. You know about all these straps.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love the strap range.
Here's some more of the divers. And the luminol. So that's it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
There's Jaeger over there in the corner. And on the other side is IWC. Just through there.
Man, that's fantastic. Thank you for showing us, man. That looked absolutely amazing. You enjoy the experience, Chief Tet.
Thanks, Arch. I'll see you when I get back home.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
guys.
Thank you. What a great proviso. Marky, I wanted to ask you something. Okay, you wanted to do that for a project. What other jobs could you go for? Would you ever work in like a watch retail store? Would you ever do that? Or
Oh,
my
mean,
you got to remember, I could never
Tesla.
do it because they would say the Swiss have absolutely no sense of humor.
Mm.
I'm too confrontational. And the other thing is too, I would never ask a friend I know to give me a job. You know, I don't like to ask a friend who's got a business, hey, can you give me a job? You know, because people have come to me and it's always very awkward. You know, like,
Yeah, but you could say, listen, sales is sales. If you're a good salesperson, which just means you connect with people. And I mean, there's something that I've done. I do sales now. I mean, big part of the job is training the dog, obviously, but I still have to sell.
No, we all do sales. Life is sales, right? You're right,
Yeah.
Mark.
So you could sell insurance, real estate, but now if you want to sell a product as opposed to an intangible, such as insurance is intangible, but if you want to sell a product like watches,
you got to be a broker. You got to get some fucking certs behind you. I don't want to fucking do. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like you could sell real estate, watches. Yeah, sales is sales. You could sell whatever. You could sell anything.
I don't have a car anymore. You know that? You need a car.
You got the Audi and you have the bus available. Do you have your own transportation? Excuse me. Do you have your own transportation to get to the job at Wendy's, sir? Can your mommy bring you to work during school hours? I figure you'll be okay. You can make it. You'll manage. But I mean,
you ever go back and ask her how did it go? What happened, or you don't? You just leave it.
Well, I called. You know, like I did contact them like once or twice, and then I thought I started to think better of the project. I started to because I had mixed feelings about it. Because honestly, okay, I don't talk about this a whole lot, but I need a new hip. Okay, and I am just trying to schedule the surgery around my very busy dog schedule. I have events that I attend multiple times per year where I teach seminars and workshops. And so those are pre-scheduled out like a couple of years in advance. And so it's a little tricky to schedule the surgery and the rehab, you know, where it won't. And I'm a baby. I'm a fucking baby. I'm like you.
How does having a job at Wendy's help you with this? I don't quite understand.
Well, it wouldn't help me with it at all. Okay. But what I was trying to say is over the last couple of years, I've had to take a lot of physical therapy, a lot of steroid injections. I've been in tremendous pain over the last 2 to 3 years. Right now, it's as good as it's ever been. Okay, but at the
come on the stream every day. We will entertain you.
But at the time that I was applying to Wendy's, I was in my painful period where it was very difficult for me to get a full night's sleep, for me to walk without periodically stopping and almost screaming. I did a lot of physical therapy. I took a lot of steroids. I still need the hip replacement. I've been through a lot. And so I really worried about, could I handle 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on my feet, bending over, picking things up, moving things, flipping burgers?
No, you can't. You're approaching retirement, Mark.
I think I could do it now. I think I'm well enough to do it. But at that time, I was very nervous about whether I could.
Why would you want to do it? Can I ask you that? Why would you want to?
I had a project in mind. I had a project in mind. I had a book in mind.
Okay.
And I still do. I still think it's a wonderful idea. What my angle for a book, I think it was a great idea. I think it is a good idea. My agent even kind of was a little intrigued about it because I took it to her, first.
How you can go from busting tables to being a millionaire dog trainer franchise?
Yeah. From
dog trainers are us.
From YouTube.
We train the best of them.
Yeah,
are you tired of bussing tables and taking orders from a 19-year-old girl with too much makeup? Let me show you how to.
Your story would be the Archie luxury story. Luxury that didn't last. From YouTube sensation to the deep frying machine. But at any rate.
I got to tell you, so yesterday I honestly had that moment where I thought to myself,
SR Bell must be so proud. I'm so pleased for him.
Honestly, I had to walk away. I was 5 minutes from the show ending. I had to just walk. Mark, I gotta go. I come back. I just needed to have a mental minute break.
You took
It
a
was
time out.
so bad. You know what I mean? I realized, what the fuck am I doing here? Rinse and repeat.
Oh, I love that. I love that for you. I love, and I'm very. SR Bell puts a lot of time, effort, and thought, and a lot of heart and passion. It's not about the money for SR Bell; it's about the passion. So the fact that SR Bell could drive you to reconsider your career choices and the meaning of life, for a $2 super chat, I think must please him more than you know. So I advise you not to talk about this anymore, because you're just feeding the beast.
It's funny you say that. I watch a lot of Dave Ramsey stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, you ought to actually try some of it.
Well, no. Well, no, Marky.
No. Yes.
I sold the car.
Yeah,
I sold the watch to pay the car off.
Good point.
And then I sold the car because I realized, hey, I really can't afford this in the future.
Yes. Good.
Right?
Good thought.
And the only debts I've got is the house and the apartment. Okay, Marky?
Yes.
And any extra money I've made, it's come in, I've put into, I don't put it into savings. I've put it into reduce. I've got a redraw. So, I mean, basically that's tax-free money you put in there. You're not paying the interest. Well, that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I do. I understand.
And I've got to tell you, Mark, I'm actually coming to the end of my career where I was actually talking to Suckerhorn this morning, and I said, you know what? I sold out for money. I said to him, I sold out for money.
But that's the nature of that's the meaning of life. Selling out for money.
So I'm thinking, what can I do now? Like, YouTube is not as. I said I used to have fans. Now I've just got trolls.
You could sell insurance. We've been talking. You can't join the army, but you could join the Air Force. You could sell insurance. You could sell real estate. You could sell cars.
I've tried selling cars. That wasn't so easy.
I tried. It's not easy. Well, nothing is easy. But let me just say, you have the gift of gab. I feel like you could sell shit if you try.
Yeah, no, I get you.
You sold 123 people into listening to my fucking story about getting not hired at Wendy's. You did that.
But I can relate to that. I've actually had same thoughts myself. Like I tell you this, I don't want to do taxi driving. That market's fucked. Uber, you got to have your own vehicle. I don't want to lease or rent a car.
Well, have you thought about selling sperm, platelets?
I have. Selling your sperm. They only want it if you're under 37.
Oh, how about platelets? Like blood.
In Australia, we don't do that. We're not allowed to sell body parts.
Oops.
There's Doc. Hey, Doc.
Doc, you can be very cruel. Why is that? What was confusing about my story?
Well, I didn't get to hear all of it. All I heard is that you were going to work at Wendy's.
It was very long. It was a very long, drawn-out story, but we have
because I've had the same thoughts.
We have 2 hours to kill.
We all want to work at Wendy's. We all have that. We all have that thought, don't we? I mean, isn't that just normal?
I didn't get hired, Doc. I had an interview. I had my first interview in 40 years with a 19-year-old girl who it was the first interview she ever gave in her entire life, and she was more nervous than I was, which made me feel less nervous. And she told me that I would get hired because she said we literally hire everybody, and we were severely short-staffed. And I didn't get hired.
They still said
no, but I think they thought you were like a competitor, like a McDonald's plant.
You know what I would think if you came for an interview, I'd think, okay, this is a plant of some kind. I'd be very suspicious. What's going on?
Can I tell you why you didn't get the job? Can I give you some brutal honesty?
I really don't understand. I did not go into Lincoln.
Regardless of whether you drive a stinking fucking Lincoln, have a gold sub or what, you have got an aura of success around you.
When was this done? Was this within the last 5
You understand,
years?
Mark, or not? You have got an aura. It's like It's like you could take you know, a top CEO or before Trump, before Biden, actually before, if we go back to the 70s, any president pre 1963, and we could put them in, they got an aura of success to them.
I see. Well,
And
all I could say is, you know, I probably shouldn't have brushed my teeth. I probably should have dressed worse. I did not take the LinkedIn.
It's not. You just got an aura of success to you.
Doc, I didn't get hired, and she was only 19, and she swore that I was going to get hired because they had nobody to work there.
Was this within the last 5 years?
Yes.
No, head office has to approve them all. And
this was about a year and a half ago, I want to say.
So here's
Marky,
the thing.
they Google your residential address and realize you're living in a $3 million dog ranch.
So I did wonder, the only sort of, thank you for reminding me. The thing that I wondered is if they Googled me.
Of course they did.
Then I was going to come up as an author, a business owner.
You're a plant.
You know.
Mark, you mean you used your own name? You used your real name?
Yeah, they need your name, and it has to match your social security number. And yeah, of course, I used my own name. Was that stupid?
They know something's up. And then also, they're not allowed to discriminate based upon age.
Right.
That means they have to look you up to see if they can discriminate based upon something else.
But they had nobody
You're
to
on the
work with.
Amazon bestseller list, and you want to work at Wendy's flipping burgers?
They almost.
Come on.
They didn't have enough. I have my own transportation. Doc, the questions were basic, like, do you have your own transportation? Can you work during school hours?
Yeah, I'm almost going to graduate, so I should be fine.
I mean, do you have your own transportation? And I'm like, why are you asking that? Yes, I do. And she's like, well, because a lot of people, their mother has to drive them, and sometimes then there's a conflict of reliability issue, about getting here. Or some people think they
shouldn't be working at Wendy's.
Well, that's why they were very happy to hear that I had my own transportation. That wasn't.
Well, they were happy when they thought you were 25.
No, they knew I wasn't. Come on, they knew I wasn't 25.
No, somebody probably thought you were 25, and then they looked at wait a minute.
All I know is, you know what? I will tell you, I had forgotten about this viewpoint. The only thing that made me feel a little bit better about I couldn't get hired at Wendy's was I figured they probably Googled me, and they probably thought it was fishy.
Yes,
Mark.
Right.
You're living in a $3 million ranch.
No.
Like, why is this guy trying to work here at this Wendy's?
Well,
is he working with the CIA, or are they doing some sort of investigation?
As I told you many times, that was my first job interview, but I didn't get hired there either.
Wow.
Which was very lucky because, by the way, Doc, you'll be interested in this.
Why me? I'm not interested in working for the CIA.
No, but you love a good conspiracy theory. You like to know how these things operate. So let me tell you quickly.
The spy who shagged me.
What she told me.
Hey, baby.
She said she goes, it's one, you got to live somewhere in or around Langley, Virginia, and you're at school in Langley. And she said, so for at least a year you're in training. And she goes, during that entire year, she said, we are following you. We are tracing you. We are listening to your phone calls. We are looking at your bank accounts. You will never know when we're 10 steps behind you. So you should make the assumption that during the entire year of training that you are under 100% 24/7 observation. She said, if you're married, you may tell your spouse who you're actually working for. If you are not married, you may tell no one, not your parents, not your sister, not your best friend, not your priest.
And what do you tell them? You're a greeting card salesman.
She says, no, we will supply you with
and not your lover.
We will supply you with a cover story and a cover job. She said, and then ultimately,
like working at Wendy's.
She failed to tell me how to get by. I didn't take the training, Doc. If I had taken the training, I probably would have learned how to get on at Wendy's. But I said,
even the CIA would say, no, we're not going to send you to get a job at Wendy's. That's going to look too suspicious.
These boys are roasting me in the comment. Dirk wants me to make him a Baconator. And McLobster says they should have hired me because I know how to handle meat. But yeah, I suppose they Googled me and figured something was funky and just they didn't want to They didn't want to take a chance. They didn't want to know what was up. But I actually kind of want to go to Arby's because A, I like their horsey sauce. B, they now have steak nuggets, and I want to try that.
I thought you wanted to do it to get a discount for Satan's Kitten.
He won't. Okay. He used to like Wendy's.
When he was a kid.
Yes, but only about 3 or 4 years ago. I hope he doesn't hear me. This is how the tism, this is how cray cray he is. Arby's changed their barbecue sauce.
For the worse?
And yeah, apparently so, according to him. And because he uses those on the chicken nuggets and the fries. He's a big barbecue sauce person. And does a burger with, anyway, they changed their barbecue sauce and he hasn't been back since.
He should just let him know he wants Arby Classic.
No, this is at Wendy's. Sorry, not at Arby's, at Wendy's.
Oh, Wendy's.
He'll go to Arby's.
No hope for Wendy's.
But Wendy's is dead to him because they changed the barbecue sauce.
I'm surprised they even had a barbecue sauce.
Well, they did have. And expat is back.
So does Wendy's
Speaking
offer
of getting
health
a job at
insurance?
Wendy's.
Does Wendy's offer health insurance?
I don't know. I mean, they did offer
I'll be back.
Okay. They did offer like a school tuition program. Like they would have paid me to, they would have paid some of my, fees for community college. Sadly, I already had the degree, so it was a little late, for that. But expat, I think they Googled me is what happened. And
of course they did.
Yeah, that's the problem. So
well, first of all, when they saw you were older, they were suspicious right off the bat, which meant, who is this guy? And then they Googled you after that.
I suppose
they're gonna seek you. You were there to steal their secret recipes.
Maybe there's a secret blend of herbs and spices that they're protecting. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but okay. But it was a little sad. But however, to be honest with you, at the same time, I admit I was a little relieved because one of the things that I mentioned was at that time and for a period of about almost 3 years, I had to see a pain specialist. I had to see, I don't even know how many, I lost track of how many doctors.
Was this before I helped you with your hip?
It was during that time. It was actually, during that time. But then the MRIs showed certain things in the spine at L2 and 3, which are sending shooting pains down my leg. And so there was, but yes, Doc, you'll remember there was a lot happening. And so I was actually very nervous about if I got hired, could I actually do the job? It was like man enough to. You might have.
What scares me about those jobs, like, because I talked to my friends back when it was an appropriate time to take such a job. Like I didn't like the idea of getting burned. Like getting fat burns is just like everyone who's worked at a KFC or anything, they've all said, oh yeah, everyone gets burns. I'm like, really? I don't want to get friggin' burned.
Actually, I've worked in restaurants before. When I was in college, I worked my way through college training dogs and through food service, both. But you're more likely to get burned on an oven or a pan. I mean, if you're operating the frying machine, you have to do something stupid to get a fat burn.
Right.
But there's probably actually a lot more slip and falls than anything else, which is why there should be constantly degreasing the floor, because the environment, the environment is greasy and the footing can be.
Most of them are around 18 years old. When they slip and fall, they're not hurt at all. They just get back up and keep going.
Doc, you're making me want to get that job again.
Well, we're all so young that things that we should have gotten money for, we just ignore.
I didn't get hired at Wendy's.
I think that's what happens usually. Is like the young people do get hurt in these jobs, but they're too silly to think that it's anyone else's fault but their own. Yeah,
they're a bit more
I
resilient.
mean, some people don't heal up, but either way.
The ones who don't heal up, they have no idea what's happening, and they move on also.
Yeah.
I used to know how to ice skate. I started learning when I was like 4 years old, and then I didn't ice skate for a lot of years. And then my kids, when they were little, wanted to go. I took them, and I could still ice skate. It was amazing how quick it came back. But I will tell you what, falling down as an adult is an entirely different thing than when you,
especially on ice.
Yeah. It is it hurt a lot more than what I recall.
Well,
from when I was,
the
15.
beauty of it's ice, so it's nice and solid, which
Yes,
makes it hurt. But it's also got a reduced. You can slide on ice.
Yeah, usually when
the pain can continue.
I've not slid on the ice. I've just gone down and boof. The last time I fell, though, actually was fucking around. I was training a dog, and this dog was spinning pirouettes around me in my training field out there. And I have a move which I execute in my mind. I do a 360, but the opposite way to counteract what the dog is doing. And so just at the exact moment that the dog did his thing, in my mind, I executed a beautiful pirouette going the other way, which would have arrested his progress with the long leash that I was using and redirected him in my direction. So in my mind, I made this beautiful pirouette, but my hip and my spine, it could not do what my mind thought they should be doing. And so I fell down and I went over backwards, and very luckily it had rained. The ground was very soft, and so I was completely unhurt. But
this whole idea of just taking on odd jobs is very romantic and something I'd like to do as long as it didn't interfere with my family life or getting healthy, which inevitably is very hard to find a job that won't impact that. So
because people want you on their schedule, not yours. But I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I feel like you would. I feel like you could learn a lot about humanity by going to work at a fast food restaurant.
100%. Could you pull up my screen? So
$10.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Michael Leffo, £10. Buy, new to you, enjoy. Sell for a small profit. Mark, are Malinius friendly with 3-year-olds?
Belgian Malinois. Listen, some of them are. It depends on how you raise them, obviously, too. But what I can tell you is, in general, it's not the easiest kind of pet dog to have. There's a reason they're used by the Army, police, as detection dogs, very athletic dogs. That they're not highly recommended as pet dogs in just a regular home environment because they really, really need to work. So if you get a very lazy one, your chances are better.
What the hell is this?
Yeah. So this is an entire manga, and there's actually an animated series, a short one, I think only one season, about this young man who just goes around Japan taking on the random jobs just to learn about people in life. And inevitably it also involves,
Is this a picture of the young man with the breasts?
No, I think it's one of his bosses.
Breakfast.
I was like, if I spot a young lady manager,
What a great idea for a manga.
But yeah, I think it's a fantastic idea to expand and do that. I just wish that at the moment, I just don't think it's possible for me. It would immediately subtract from my ability to do things that I retired to do, and I don't know. I fantasize about doing it. We'll see.
Well, it was a thought, but yeah, I think I'm over it. I think the project will not be coming to fruition.
You know what? It's the funny thing like this here. It's the story, Marky.
Mm-hmm.
You have the guy who's a young kid who's fishing. He dreams of having a fishing boat, a trawler.
Yeah.
Then he dreams of having a fleet of trawlers. Then he dreams of having, the biggest trawling fleet. Then he dreams of going fishing again when he retires.
Right. Yeah. Well, that story has an awful lot of bearing on the way I've run my dog training business, because at one time or another, you go back 15 years ago, I was younger and a bit more energetic, and I had a few people really wanted me to scale it up, which becomes exactly what you're talking about. And I really, really thought about it. I felt like I could, because I had something unique. But at the end of the day, what I realized is I am absolutely the happiest when I am out there in a field with a dog and not managing a fleet.
The problem is you stop being a dog trainer and you become a manager.
Yeah.
That happened to me as well. So I was making mobile apps with my then-to-be wife and myself for a few years, doing our own thing in Southeast Asia. And you know, we
You're
were
the one who had the contraceptive injection that made
no,
her not.
that was my current wife. And we were getting to the
I
point
don't think we're
where
supposed to talk
it had
about
been
that.
successful, but the next step was to hire more engineers, more designers, entertain more contracts, and then oversee it, or do an app that required investors and capital and marketing. And I had really taken this different path so that I could just do more engineering. And so neither option was actually going to satisfy us. And that's why I moved to America and got a job, because I just wanted to do more engineering. I didn't want to run a business and manage other engineers and so on and so forth. I actually just came from that. Like my previous work, I had gotten to be a manager and decided I hated it. I just wanted to be an engineer. So yeah, we all have to. Sometimes businesses help us design the life we want, and sometimes it's careers that help us design the life that we want.
Yeah, I really wanted to curate this one because I've had other work in my life, and I realized I've been a manager.
Mm-hmm.
I turned writing into managing writers and a publishing staff, and that was not fun. So ultimately I decided what I really wanted to do was just to be me and a dog in a field, which is why most of what I do is boarding school.
I dream of a fleet of Siennas.
That's hysterical.
You got to admit, though, when you come walking in there for a job, you look like the guy who owns the franchise. You don't look like the guy that's working the fries at the franchise.
I drove in a Chevy Cruze. I tried not to dress up too nice, but I did try and also dress like I knew I was going to go into an interview, But
next time, don't wear the gold sub mark.
Or the gold chain, the pinky ring,
You're going to need a bigger franchise.
Thanks, Doc.
You need to ask questions at the end. What staff discount do you get on lunch?
Oh no, you got free lunch. She told me all that stuff. You got a free meal during your, but like from a certain part of the menu. You couldn't order
get more than one free meal if they.
I don't know. Whatever it was, there was a certain amount of food benefit, there, but I couldn't get a job at Wendy's. I was not. I should really talk to HR about that. Find out, do I have a discrimination case or what?
The problem is you don't, because they Googled you. But I'm sure they Googled you because they wanted to avoid a discrimination case.
I don't know. I mean, I was prepared to do the work.
Doesn't matter. They were very suspicious.
I'm not like Tidges. Like, I don't have a.
They were very suspicious. Is this guy coming in here? But I think it could have been somebody coming in just for the medical insurance, because I think
that. But I don't even know if they had medical insurance for part timers.
Sure
I don't think they do.
Honestly, I don't know if you were going to go for a part-time job.
Well, they don't hire any doc. Listen, here's the way it works at these places. They don't hire anybody full-time, because if they do,
now they have to pay a little bit extra.
Right. There's all kinds of laws that kick in after 35 hours. So they want to keep everybody under 35 hours.
You're right.
So they weren't really going to give me much benefits. Although, like I said, they would have paid for my, English 101 class at the local community college had I worked there for a full year.
Well, it's interesting because I have a neighbor who's about 50, and she one day I went to a grocery store, and somebody's getting all the carts and everything. It's usually somebody in high school, and they're getting all the carts and everything, and I glanced and I didn't think anything of it till she starts saying, "Hey, you're not going to say anything to me?" Now she happens to have a figure like a teenager, so I didn't pay attention. Now, I know there's that part. I might have paid attention for that, but she's married. She's married, so I leave her alone. But the thing is that she was working there purely for the health insurance.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. People will do that because if
I'd only entertain a job that does health insurance, because it's just so expensive that if the company can get me on their group plan,
it's worth it.
That's immediately worth around $2,000 a month.
Listen,
if you look at hourly rates, like adding $2,000 to nothing is still a lot.
Yes, like a lot of people have that who retire before 60. See, 65 is the age at which in this country you qualify for Medicare, which is the government basically subsidized health care plan. But it's only for senior citizens who qualify based on, I don't know what, citizenship and this and that.
That's magic, who knows? So what it's called is barista fire. Like it's a common one where you maintain a very tokenary lifestyle compatible job to try and maintain health insurance and maybe some income it helps you, but just barista fire is sort of like you're already FI, but you just want to pad things a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think they probably call it that because Starbucks does have a health insurance plan for employees.
And just like you, Mark, this neighbor of mine volunteered for bringing the carts in because she preferred being outside.
Interesting. Yeah, that's tough work in the weather. I mean, well, and where you
in Vegas, the job looks pretty good during the mild months, but during summer, like the cart job looks horrendous here in Vegas. 115 degrees in the
here
shade.
we get 95 degrees with high humidity, and then we get 20 below, and they still have to do it.
When she's not collecting grocery carts and stuff, she's like a horse trainer, so she's outside a lot, even in the rain with that. She doesn't care.
She's used to wrangling.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Archibald, would you look at the time?
Just look at it.
Looking at the time there, guys. Time to wrap this baby up. We had I must say, it was very interesting to hear your story, Mark, because I've often thought about it myself.
Everybody's thought about working at Wendy's.
Yeah, but among us, only one of us might actually need it.
Are you talking about Aussie expat?
Me, I need it. Okay. I got to tell
you've got the government healthcare. I don't have government healthcare.
Yeah,
but Wendy's isn't going to give it. So barista, Wendy's wouldn't be a good barista fire job. Not a good barista.
I don't think so. Probably not.
Costco seems to be the best one. They pay a lot.
People love working at Costco.
Even part time, they still give you full benefits.
It's hard to get a job there because people like that.
And it's a membership club, meaning they don't have to tolerate anyone's fucking bullshit. You don't have people running in there with their $2 knick-knack wanting a refund, and you never see them again because they're really just scamming you.
I've heard at Costco that it's a 2-year waiting list to get hired. Something like 2 or 3 year waiting to get hired.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's not
all the rotisserie chicken, all the rotisserie chicken you can eat.
And I've had 3 Uber drivers who were trying to get on at Costco and said they were waiting for years to get on.
Let's go through and thank our super chatters. Chief Tit, Horror Breakdown, Panerai Ferrari, SR Bell, Mark Hammer, SR Bell, AD Never Calling, SR Bell, ABC.com, and Michael LaFoe. Guys, that's the show. See you at a Wendy's near you. See you at a Wendy's
SR Bell recycled one of his questions that got all that attention.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's allowed.
He's pushed Archie to the very edge, to the very brink. Archie questions the meaning of life now.
Exactly. See you tomorrow. Hi, guys. It's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.